The Supreme Court has dismissed a plea by Sandip Ghosh, the ex-principal of Arjikar Medical College and Hospital, during whose tenure on 9th of August, a woman doctor was raped and murdered in the hospital building. Dr. Ghosh claimed that High Court's order for CBI probe into corruption issues while refusing to make him a party was erroneous. To which Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, and Justices J.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra said that the ex-principal has no locus in a PIL seeking probe into corruption, and there are charges, grave charges against him of disposal of biomedical waste and both and corruption, as well as his hand in the rape and murder what happened in the medical college and hospital. They said, Supreme Court said, let CBI give us a status report. When Ghosh's counsel Meenakshi Arora said two cases are separate and must be probed separately by CBI, it was opposed by SG Tushar Mehta and ASG SV Raju, who said an accused can't dictate course of probe. CJI agreed and said even court can't direct the course of investigations. Meanwhile, the Enforcement Directorate conducted raids at the residence of Sandip Ghosh. He was arrested by CBI on Tuesday in connection with alleged irregularities at the hospital during his tenure. The West Bengal government suspended him, and as he was placed in police custody for 8 days, ED officials had to wait for 3 hours before they could enter Sandip Ghosh's residence today morning. The house was locked, and when the ED officials reached the ex-principal's house this morning, they couldn't access. Later, his family members came and opened the lock. ED officials were finally let in. Let's listen into this report from my colleague Saurabh Gupta from Kolkata.
In the context of the two videos that were doing the rounds, one in which the parents claimed that there was money offered to them by a senior police officer. Then of course there was another video in which they said no such thing was done. Now of course another family member has come out and said that the second video, in which they were dismissing the allegations of money being offered, was something that they were made to do by force on the 11th, is what they say. Now this is of course 2 days after the incident of the young girl. They say at this point the investigation of the case was still with the Kolkata police. Now these are very serious allegations, but obviously the investigating agency in this case now is the CBI, and therefore the CBI will have to investigate all of these things. If at all there has been a cover-up, was there someone being protected, were there more accused as has been claimed on social media by several individuals, or is it the work of one man, Sanjay Roy, who has been arrested by the Kolkata police, or is someone being shielded? These are all questions that have been doing the rounds, all allegations that have been doing the rounds, but at the end of the day, the onus will fall on the investigative agency to bring out the truth in this case, what actually happened, if there was an offer of money made to the family, on what basis and for what purpose was that offer made, and also why was that offer made to the family in the first place. Was it compensation that was offered, or was it something else? What was the family told when this money was offered? All of these things will now be part of the investigation. Therefore, these are very serious allegations that have been made by the family, and these allegations are something that will have to be looked into by the CBI, given that the CBI is investigating. However, there are two parallel investigations running, and perhaps the challenge for the CBI will be to see if these two investigations converge at some point. One is the financial irregularities case against Sandip Ghosh and others, in which Sandip Ghosh has been arrested, the ED conducting raids today in several places. The other is the main investigation of the rape and murder of the postgraduate doctor at Arjikar Medical College and Hospital. And in that case, of course, there has been a lack of information on the progress of the case by the CBI. The CBI says that's a court-monitored investigation, so they will share the progress with the court. But at the end of the day, there's also a lot of misinformation around that case, given the fact that there's been lack of verified, credible information on the progress of the case in the public domain.